you something real quick. We got some sad news. Will Smith, he is back at it again. And he is apologizing. Nah, scratch that. He's begging. He's out here begging. He said, Chris Rock, please forgive him. He did not like it. I don't know if you guys know, but just the other day, Dave Chappelle, Kevin man, the comedian man, and Chris Rock, they got on the stage. They had a goat out calling Will Smith a goat, you know, defaming his character or whatever. And Will Smith has had it up to here. A lot of comedians, people have been talking about Will Smith very bad. And he wants us to stop. And he said he is hurting right now. He said he's hurting because, you know, he's not making everybody feel good. You know, he said he loved to please. He's a pleaser. In the room and outside the bedroom, he loved to please. So when society or when men are not pleased with him, it really messes up his trauma, his mental mindset, because he's not living up to the man that they wanted him to become. So he's trapped in his own circle like that. Y'all got to call in. Listen to this real quick, okay?
So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world and let them down.
Ooh-wee, wasn't that a lot? Wasn't that a lot? Oh, I wanted to stop and go so bad, but I know some of y'all get mad at me when I stop and go. But man, oh man, he said he made a mistake. No, Will Smith, that wasn't a mistake. You deliberately went up there and popped homeboy. You rock his rockers in front of everybody. That was deliberately. And now he's mad at Chris Rock because Chris Rock would not pick up his phone calls. He said, I've been calling your behind, Chris. I want to talk this out. I want to work this out. I want us to go to dinner. I want us to, be cuddling and stuff on TV. I want us to handshake, so the world can see we made up. But Chris Rock said, nah, brother, And now he mad as hell. Will Smith. Yeah, it's like a domestic relationship. When the boyfriend be beating that woman behind, and now he want to make up with her, and she like, nah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And he get upset, so that's why he's doing these interviews talking about it again, because they said he apologized 50 million times. Yeah, and I got another clip
Why
too.
didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out.
He'll let you know.
So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance
Why is
speech?
he talking like this? Huh?
I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to
damn mistake. That's why.
Chris and the
All right, so he said he watched Chris Rock mama interview, and Chris Rock mama said, so why, if it was such a mistake, why didn't you apologize when you got your acceptance speech, Will? And he said, I was fogged out. He gave a bogus excuse. Will, you wasn't sorry. You went on Instagram, you was taking pictures, and you was like, yeah, that's what that nigga get, and I'll rock his shit again. You was thugging it, Will? Yeah, you was a thug out here, nigga. Now, you see all the black men is coming after your butt, especially all the black men in the comedian world. And you know Will Smith, he loved them black men. He wanted to please the black man for real and the white man. And now the white man and the black man is upset with him. Now he's devastated. You know, that's what it's all about to me. I don't think I don't think he cares about rocking Chris Rock. He just don't like the outcome that it came about. He don't like that Will Rock. What's his name? Chris Rock is getting all this damn sympathy. Chris Rock is getting all this money. He getting all this notoriety now. And I don't think Will Smith like that. And that's why he want to get on the right side of shit. But comment, let us know what y'all think, okay? Press 1 if you think Will Smith is really sorry. He's really apologetic. He feel like he shouldn't have done that. It was a big mistake. Press 2 if you feel like, nah, that wasn't a mistake. He did that on purpose. And the only reason why he's apologizing now is because a lot of these black men and black men or white men ain't effing with him no more, you know? But comment, let us know. Hey, yeah, I'm in the daytime, y'all. Come on, like this video. Y'all know I don't get on live that often. You know, it's been a rough month for me. Month of July 2022 will never be the same. But anyway, comment, we want to know. I put the phone line up so y'all can call in and let us know how y'all really feel about this crap, okay? And I'm going to play the video again. Okay, we got a caller already. That's what I'm talking about. Call in. Okay, calling from 646. You're live on the air.
Hello, beautiful. How you doing?
Hey, baby, how you doing? What's up?
I'm doing good. And I'm sorry to hear that you had because, you know, I just love you. I think you're wonderful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means the world to me. What's your thoughts about this Will Smith and Chris Rock?
You know what? I think that what Will found out, because, you know, for the most part, Will has had like a blessed career, I'm going to say. I think that he went from rap into TV to movies, and he's made millions and millions and millions of dollars. And I think that what he realized now, probably at this age in his life, that
let them down.
Hollywood is a tough place, and you know they'll use any reason they can to sort of blacklist you, as Monique was telling us in the community for a long time. He may feel that now, like maybe the parts are drying up, maybe maybe all the sort of interest in him has dried up, and now he decided all these months later to come out publicly and apologize. And you know, I don't know, I just feel like, as you were saying, it looked awkward, it didn't look sincere. It feels like it feels a little too late at this point. You know, it just feels like when he slapped that man, he was like, I made a statement. I'm the big man on campus.
Hell yeah, he felt good. His dick was big that night. Hell yeah. He felt gangster. I felt like Will Smith always want to be a wannabe gangster. He wished he was Tupac. He wished he was out here thugging. But he decided he wanted to be a good boy and, be a pleaser to the world. And he even said this in the interview. He loved to please. God damn. You know, I used to be that way. I used to love to please and wanting to please people. But I'm so glad I broke out that shit. I don't give a F if I don't please. I disappoint everybody. I don't care. As long as I have my peace of mind and I love myself, that's all I care about. But he's in that state where,
that's true.
You know, I feel like he's mad that people are lashing out against him. And I know you said, Now he realizes that Hollywood would cancel you at the drop of a dime. But I think this was a big
Especially,
deal. I think this was a
I
huge
think
deal.
so.
This is not the first time
Yeah,
Will Smith have rocked somebody rockers. He hit somebody
that's right.
before. He always have an anger issue, but people bypassed it. And Lord knows all the stuff that Will Smith have been doing behind the scenes that haven't got out there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
You know
let's not
what?
forget
You
about
know
that,
what?
because
That's
there's a
true.
whole skeletons
I,
about Will Smith that's not out
well,
there, and he got the money to shut
come on
that
now.
shit down. But
I know that's
he
right.
got on that damn
But
stage on Oscar night, and he did what he did. He had many a
you know what?
times, 20 seconds to think about this. He could have prayed and said, God, please tell me what you want me to do. He was on that demon time for real. And I don't think that was a
Yeah.
mistake. But go ahead.
No, no, no. I think I agree with everything you're saying. I think, especially about the secrets of Hollywood, honey. I love that part. Like, oh, well, what do you know? Let me know. But you know what? I think that, you know what? I see in the audience too. Yeah, he made a mistake, but I think he enjoyed it at the time. It was just sort of that sort of machismo thing. It's like,
What is
you
a
know, he thought that.
mistake?
Well, I think that, yeah, right. I think that for me, he enjoyed the moment at another person expense.
Can you
Chris Rock
tell
was
me
going
what is a
down.
mistake? How do you guys define a mistake? What is a mistake?
You know what I think for me? I think for me personally, because I think personally a mistake is when you do something unconsciously. You just simply,
Okay,
you,
okay, let's
so,
stop you right there. Did he go up on that
yeah,
stage unconsciously?
he didn't look that way. He didn't look like he
He
was
had
unconscious. No.
intention. Did he pop that man
Right.
unconsciously? He had intention,
Mm.
that intent. He had force in that hand, and it was to hit that man. And then he intentionally walked back. He didn't pop him upside and say, oh my God, what did I do? I apologize. I'm sorry. The next moment, when he had the time to think about it, when Denzel talked to him, when Tyler Perry talked to him, he didn't say, okay, you know what? That was wrong of me. The next time I get on this stage, I need to apologize. I need to rectify some shit. He did not do that. He was taking pictures and he got on there. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
I don't see
That's
I think apology is this, right? I'm sitting here talking and I got a glass of bottle and I made a mistake. I'm talking and my hand is just moving around and my hand accidentally hit this bottle and it falls on the ground. That's a mistake. I didn't have intentions to do that. My hand was just moving and I made a mistake and popped it. That's a damn mistake. It's an honest mistake. But for me to take this bottle and then pour all on your carpet, that's intention. And then I turn around and tell you, well, that was just a mistake. I did that. Well, hell, let me go around and start making some damn mistakes. Because it's a few motherfuckers I want to pop. Can I go out there and pop them and say it was a mistake? I
I
apologize.
know
Shit.
that's right. Listen,
Let me
come
get
on
them
now.
pops
You're right
out.
about that part. It's true. I think that in life, you absolutely right. I think in life we do get frustrated a lot by what people do and what they say and how they act. And yeah, maybe we just don't have this to sort of go and, as you say, pop somebody if we want to because they got on our last nerve and just, it was a mistake. That's true. We don't have that. In general, I just think that it's a little too late. I wish that for me personally, that once it happened, or whatever, that it would have been a little more effort to really, just sort of be honest and be real. That would have been it for me. You don't have to get down your knees and beg. No, just be real about
But
it.
is Will Smith ever real? If a person has an intention to always want to please everybody in a damn room, they want to be friends with everybody that's on Hollywood. To me, you got to be kind of fake and phony. Because to please everybody,
you don't please anybody when you do that. That's for sure.
yeah, I think you can either be real and piss a lot of people off or be, a pleaser and, not shake the table. But I think it's a bit of a lie with that. Have you ever pleased? Have you ever pleased? Comment, let us know. We got any pleasers in the house? Okay, press 5 if you ever was a pleaser in your lifetime, or maybe you still a current pleaser. Press 5.
But I'll tell you.
Press
but I'll say
8
one
if
thing to you.
if you're not a pleaser. But go ahead.
I was going to say, I'll say one thing to you, too, is that I think that being real takes talent. I really think that you can be real and you don't have to be upsetting people. I really do feel that way because I'm real in my life. I'm not going around making people angry all the time. But I think that it just takes nuance. Yeah, you can. I think that in life it doesn't have to be both extremes, whether you're totally like subservient or you're just like a total asshole, basically. No, I think that's middle ground where, you know, you can be real with your family. You can be real with your loved ones, stuff like that. It doesn't mean you're having an upsetting. I think that maybe that's something he didn't learn, that in life you don't have to be, like you say, a pleaser or a kiss ass or be somebody totally fake on stage. I wish personally that, it would have happened a little sooner that he did this, whatever. And as I said when I first called in, I just feel like it's about business. I feel like in Hollywood, especially for a black man, you know, when those sort of offers sort of get dry, even though he won an Oscar, he did a wonderful performance, he realized, okay, well, I need to go out here and try to do some damage control. And I think that, he's an evil person. I just think that, it's just a little too late at this point. But I hope that things can work out for him if he can continue down the road of being real, or learning how to be real. Maybe that might be the better way to say it.
Well, this interview, people are saying it's fake and phony. You know, to me, it don't seem sincere. And he's a good actor. Why he ain't acting better?
Right. Well, he needed. You know what? He need to try again. Keep on trying. Will.
He need to shut that shit down. No, Will Smith. I tell you one thing. If you pop me on that stage and embarrass my ass, I don't want you doing interviews after interviews talking about how you called me and I'm not picking up the damn phone trying to get some sympathy. And then he gonna talk about I already feel like I'm an embarrassment or I'm effed up a person. Like you want some damn sympathy. Go sit your ass down. Wasn't you just in India doing a do with a whole bunch of niggas and shit?
India, Dubai.
He was living his life, popping bottles, busting nuts. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Child, now he want to get on this camera. And after all shy and sad and all this, he was just living it up in India.
But you know what I'll say about this? He was in Dubai, India. That's true. Very true. Well, I will say one thing last time so that people can call in too. I was going to say this, and this is a totally different subject, but in life, when people have done you wrong, whether it be a affair, whether people, had addiction, whatever it is, at a certain point, those kind of people actually know how to take the steps, down the road to being real, down the road to contrition, down the road of, making amends, down the road of, because at a certain point, people may not accept you the first time. They'll be like, I'm so sorry I did you wrong. They'll be like, no, I don't got time for you, but it takes time. And I think that for him, this was a fail. It was a fail. It came up contrived and fake and weak and all type of problems. But if he's really sincere, he got to keep on trying. Maybe not really talking about the incident again, but be a better person. I don't think that once you do something like what he's done is a wrap, but I think there's a lot of work to do. And if you're willing to do the work and really show up and do the work, anything can happen. I really do feel that way with anybody.
Okay, I feel you. No, I don't think it's a wrap. He go upstairs out there and pop somebody in the face. Do I think it's a wrap? I don't know. It's a wrap for me if he popped my ass. Okay, I tell you that. But would you forgive somebody if they did you like that on stage? And this person was once your friends and they walked up there and socked the shit out of you in front of everybody?
Well, you know what I'll tell you? Right. So you know what I'll tell you, beautiful? If somebody did that to me in public, I don't know if I'd be forgiving them in 2022 when it happened in this year. It may take some time. But eventually I will do that, whatever. And I, like you said, anybody would touch the beautiful Miss Gigi, that would be unforgivable. So nobody.
Okay, you better let their ass know.
Well, that's right. You're the one who can touch you unless it's loving, a loving touch.
I want payback, the big payback. Hell yeah. I want your ass to pay. I want your ass to suffer. I want your ass to be embarrassed. I'm not receiving your phone calls, nigga. Okay? Yeah, you gonna eat this shit up. That's how I'm feeling. But I thank you for calling. I appreciate you, and I had a great time talking to you. All right, we're gonna go on to the next caller. Thank you, boo. Calling from 515. You're live on the air. 515.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I got to go to another room. The air conditioner's on.
Okay. Yeah, you got to turn that AC on.
Yeah.
It's too damn hot.
Yeah. Yeah. He's full of shit. This is all about, his bag has been affected like I've been typing in the comments. I mean, because when it happened, he said that he was all happy and shit. His son Jaden was taking up for him and all that other stuff. Jaden typed that night. Oh, well, that's what we do.
Mm-hmm. You know what I
So,
think? You know what I think? I sorry to cut your ass off. I think this, you know, and I could be totally wrong, but I think that Will Smith thought that Jaden, his son, was going to be the embarrassment of the damn family. That's what I think. And it turned out his ass was the embarrassment of the damn family from doing this stunt.
Yep.
That's what I think. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had that new Netflix movie coming out. He had they're supposed to be doing I Am a Legend 2 with Michael B. Jordan and him and all the other stuff and other people. So when this bag is stopped, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You got to kiss ass and everything else, and that's what he's doing.
Well, he's good at that. He loves kissing ass, eating ass, licking ass. He's good at that's his pro. That's what he good at. He all right. You know, he gonna be good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and there was someone in the comments that said that Tupac that Tupac wouldn't apologize. Tupac wouldn't apologize because Tupac didn't give a fuck. We all know that.
But I don't think Tupac would have got up there and did that either.
He wouldn't have, I mean, it would have been something different. He wouldn't have did it on in front of the whole goddamn world.
No. Okay, well, let's go back to 1999. Okay, but Tupac had beef with Biggie Smalls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did he ever go up to the venue and pop Biggie Smalls in his face? No, he just kept it in the music.
No. He didn't do it. He had goons. Yeah, I mean, if anything would have went down, it was Puffy who was the one that was scared from what they said.
Yeah, but Biggie Smalls didn't get touched. Who touched Biggie Smalls?
Nobody.
Tupac goons didn't touch Biggie. So nah. Tupac wouldn't have done that shit. But okay, anything else? Somebody said Tupac died in 1997. Shit, you know I don't know. Shit. Damn, he gone for real then. You
That's
said
the
what?
kind of shit that Jada likes. Because she was with August, and August was another motherfucker that didn't give a fuck.
August is not no damn thug though. You know, I don't know why.
Type, I'll tell you that.
Huh?
I said she has a type because you can tell that Tupac was the one. Tupac was the one she really was in love with. She just settled for Will's ass because Will's this clean cut dude, and she wanted to go up a level in life and success.
Well, yeah, I don't think nothing wrong with that. Shit, I do it all the time. There's a lot of niggas I want to have, but they ain't gonna do right, so I said fuck them. You know, I'm gonna set up with this nigga. You know.
But I can tell that him and Chris had a conversation, like a couple years ago when at the Oscars. I mean, she was boycotting and saying they don't support enough black people, and Chris got up there, and clowned her in front of all them the big names in the industry. So I can tell that that him and Will had a conversation after that. You try to get up there and play my wife, and keep your names. For some reason, he was out there saying, "Well, keep my effing wife's name out your mouth." They had a conversation. When it comes to Jada, you don't talk about Jada. So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that may be true. So basically, you're saying this. Will Smith told Chris Rock, listen, man, I really feel some type of way about you talking about my wife. You need to stop that shit. It really affects me. Now, please leave her alone.
Yep.
Okay, so the day of the thing, he tells the jokes, but then why would Will Smith immediately laugh at the joke?
No. He laughed. No. It was more like, okay, so you really gonna go up there in front of all these people? We don't have multiple conversations already, and you gonna go up there in front of these people and try to be funny? Okay, I got something for your ass.
Okay. Do you think it's the right thing to do? Do you think it was right for him after having that conversation about leaving my wife
No.
alone?
You should have pulled him. I mean, he should have waited until the show was over and then said
And
something.
then what?
I mean, caught him
But
backstage.
well, Will Smith,
you know how we
listen,
do
I'm
in
about
the
to
hood, we
ask.
catch you backstage.
But Will Smith said he didn't talk to that man 10 times, over and over. He told him to stop talking about his wife. He kept doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Now he want to get on this main stage and talk about Jada? What do you want him to do?
Well, from what you can tell right now, I mean, this is affecting his bag.
I know, but at that time,
thing.
he said as a man, what did you expect him to do? He wanted to do something to that nigga because he kept on talking about his wife in front of everybody again and again. He got tired, so he needed to check him. Now, what did you expect him to do as a black man, as a black king? Do you expect him just to sit there and take it?
Yeah. No. He was going to take it. That's why he got up there and did what he did.
Okay, so you think he did right then?
No, I don't think he did right. I'm just saying. I think he should have waited. Like, I mean, it would have been backstage and nobody would have knew about it. Just the people in the back.
Okay, he should have waited, and then
what?
What he should do when he waited? He should have popped them then. Is that what you're saying?
No, he should have checked them.
Checked him how? Didn't I just say Will Smith done told that nigga 5-10 times, stop talking about my wife? What else you want him to do? Say it again? Clearly, he's not hearing him. Clearly, he sees him as a joke.
Yeah. So, and if they would have got in a fight, because I know this happened with Pam Anderson, Kid Rock, and Tommy Lee, and nobody saw it. It happened at the MTV Awards, and this was back in the early 2000s. And they got in a fight in the
Yeah, but this is not Kid Lee. This is Will Smith and Chris Rock. I'm trying to figure out, in your perspective, what did you want that black king to do besides just talking? Or you just saying, just keep on talking and ask him, please stop talking about my wife? When he went on the Oscars intentionally talking about his wife.
Well, yeah, we pull up. So.
But you just said you didn't want him to do nothing. Right. You pull up and talk.
No, he did what he was supposed to do.
Which is what? Which is what? Saying, what are he supposed to do?
I mean, I'm just saying, if it was me, I would have waited until we got in the back and
did what?
That's me.
And did what?
I mean, and it would have just been hearsay, because that's what I'm saying. Nobody would have knew what it was. They just would have just.
You is not telling me what you would have did. You're not telling me what you would have did. You need come on, be more real about it. I know you wanted to fuck him up, but I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah,
okay?
That's what I'm saying.
No, you ain't saying that. You kept beating around the bush talking about talking. I know you wanted to fuck him up. I can tell your energy. Calling from 317, you're live on the air.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you real good. You sound like you're in a car, but I can hear you.
I'm at work. I'm driving at work. I just want to call in and say hey.
Hey. So what's your thoughts about this? This Will Smith apologizing and begging homeboy to forgive him?
Well, me personally, I feel like, I guess it's good for the simple fact that he want to right his wrongs. Because me personally, I probably wouldn't apologize. Or I would have apologized, but then that's it. I'm not about to keep apologizing. If he don't want to talk, then he should just wait for Chris to reach out to him. But, I feel like sometimes you can't keep talking to people. If you want somebody to do something and they don't, in a sense of making them do it. But like if he asks him not to talk about his wife and he keeps doing it, I really don't see no other way to get him to understand that he's not playing other than to smack the shit out of him, honestly.
Oh,
But, I mean,
shit. Okay, so we got a live one now. Okay, we got a live one. So you agree? You think Will Smith should have went up there and popped him?
I think he should have did it more. I don't know about smacked him, but he probably should have asked him, does he feel happy to be talking about this black queen in front of all these white people? Does that make him feel like confident in himself that he keeps doing that? Like, because to me, it's like
so
it was
you're
a battle
saying
of
he should have went up there and just snatched the mic and just had a conversation that would embarrass Chris Rock?
Yeah, more so than slapping him. But I mean, because I'm not a conversational person myself, but like if I'm pushed to that level, then I will, you know, defend my girl or defend myself. But I personally wish that he didn't do it because I love Will and Jada, but he did it, and I feel like there's not much that we can do about it. But I feel like if he wants to right his wrong, he should be able to have that space to, you know, correct it. He's with it right now. He don't have to either, but it still shows some kind of camaraderie amongst men that, you know what I'm saying, that they can come together. It don't have to be this unnecessary animosity and division amongst men in Hollywood, which ultimately that's probably what they want anyway, because I mean, everybody knows that we're more powerful together anyway, but I mean, that's just my opinion on it.
All right. I seen somebody in the comment. I see what you said. Okay, well, I thank you for calling. I'm going to let you go. We're going to go to the next caller. All right. Now, okay, time out. Do y'all feel like I give people time to say how they feel, you know? Or do y'all feel like I need to allow people to speak more, give their opinion more? Let us know. Press 7 if you feel like I need to let people speak their mind more, okay? Press 9 if you say I'm doing a good job right now, okay? Shit, I see what you said, nigga, okay? Yeah, I got eyes. But let's go to the next caller. Caller from 248, you're live on the air. 248.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? I'm going to give you the floor. Talk. What's your thoughts about Will Smith?
Okay, well, let's talk about it. I don't think he was, he apologized. He apologized twice. Chris said he wasn't ready to accept the apology. Both actions was wrong. I'll say that. But I commend how they handled it, because it could have went further than that in the show if Chris had retaliated. I'm not for Chris. Chris stood up, and this wasn't the platform for Chris to make jokes. It was an historical moment for Will Smith to receive the award. If he wanted to make a joke, he could have made a joke, but he didn't have to reference Jada. I'm not a big Jada fan either. However, you don't disrespect no one's spouse, and then you're going to choose that platform to do it. So Will Smith was defending his wife, as he should. And so if Chris was big enough to say what he said, then he should have been big enough to take that slap. Now, I am not in agreement to violence, but Chris was asking for it. Why would you do that? That wasn't the platform for it. Period, point blank. Nor was it the platform for Will to slap him. But we are human, as he said, and we all have had moments. We all have. Whether we want to agree to it or not, we all have, including me. I've had moments where I said, well, maybe if I had done it a different way, but it's done. What's done is done. He apologized twice. If Chris wasn't ready, I could care less. And then Chris is going to go off on a black woman at that? And he's dating a white woman, so I could care less what Chris thinks or says, period.
All right. Is that all you have to say?
Yeah, you have any rebuttal to that?
Hold on, you want me to speak? Because, you know, they say sometimes I need to let y'all speak and I don't need to speak as much.
No, let's talk about it.
All right. Y'all see, she opened it up for dialect. Okay. All right. So I guess I can.
Because I'm from the D. Let's go.
I'm from Detroit too. 313. I was just up there. I had
I
to
That's
bury.
why I love you, Gigi.
I had to bury
what
my
I'm
granny.
saying is, both actions were wrong, but at the same token, I'm not blaming Will Smith. I'm not downing him. And let me tell you, maybe his bag was affected a little bit, but Will Smith had made a whole bunch of money in the industry. And not only that, Will Smith is very smart and talented. So I'm not trying to put a brother down and hoping all the bad for him because he made a mistake. I'm not hoping that for him at all. Nor am I hoping that for Chris Rock either. So he apologized. Let's move on. I'm not, I want him to fail, or I don't want him to get a bag, or, you know, this, that, and the other. No.
Well, I did. I sure
them.
did.
But Chris was wrong.
If he, now I'm not personal because I don't have ties with either or the other niggas. But if somebody would pop my ass in front of the Oscars and everybody to see, I want you to eat it up. I want you to feel what I feel. But you're saying you're easy to forgive. What if somebody would have popped your ass?
But see, first of all, I wouldn't have went up there and talked about nobody's spouse. So
okay, well, we ain't talking about that.
If he was big enough to go and call his woman bald-headed and black, okay,
did he say that?
Woman,
did he say
the problems that we may have? So since he was big enough to say that, be big enough to take that slap.
But did he say your woman is bald-headed and black? Or did he just say
G.I. Jane Joe was bald-headed, cut her hair off.
Yes, she is.
Did you not see that movie?
I know. No, I did not see the movie. I tell you honestly, I didn't see the movie.
That, and he laughed. And everybody knew what he was referring to. We're not going to play like we don't know what that meant.
Okay, so let's just break it down. He got on stage and said, your wife is black as hell and bald-headed as a mother sucker.
While he dating an ugly white woman.
Okay. Uh-huh. So
let's talk about it. You seen the picture with him sitting up there?
I didn't see no picture of his wife.
With that ugly white woman. I'm not even prejudiced. But how you gonna talk about a black woman? How you gonna do that?
I'm not talking about nobody looks.
So we're not about to play like we don't know what G.I. Jane Joe mean either.
Okay, well, I took it there. You know, I said what he said. But the thing about it is this: do you think the slap was a mistake or do you think it was intentional?
It was in the heat of the moment. It was an emotional reaction.
So it was intentional.
It would have been intentional for me because it was intentional for Chris Rock to say what he said. He went up there and said what he said intentionally.
Yes, he did, intentionally.
You're a black person, and a black mama said, if you act out, wherever you act out at is where I'm going to act out with you. So guess what, Chris Rock? Wherever you act up at is where I'm going to act up with you.
So why is Will Smith, because you know you're a Will Smith.
The blackness came out.
You're a Will Smith representative. Why does he keep on apologizing?
I'm a hidden treasure representative. I'm a black woman representative. I'm for the black people, black men standing up for the black women. That's just like Nick Cannon. And, well, you know, he talked to all these other kind of type of women, too. But he going to talk about women in their cooties and how it smells and all of that. I'm so tired of black men dogging black women. So whoever stands up and defends a black woman, I'm all for it.
Okay, I get your perspective. I get where you're coming from. So I'm going to stir a little bit away from that angle, and I want to ask, why do Will Smith keep on coming out to apologize? People are saying, you know what? He keeps on apologizing for what?
Well, the first apology was a written one. This is the first time that we've seen Will Smith's face in actually talking. So that's fine. I don't think he needs to come out and apologize to Chris Rock or anybody else, period. He don't owe anybody an apology anywhere else. He did what he did. It's done. It's over. Let's move on.
Okay. So do you think it should be any consequences for him hitting another person or no?
Absolutely not. The consequences happen on that stage. It shouldn't affect Chris Rock bag or Will Smith's bag.
Okay, so the next day we should just move on like nothing happened.
Period.
Okay. Well, y'all heard what she said, period. Will Smith popped Chris Rock because Chris Rock was talking about a black woman. Will Smith stood up for a black woman and popped him, and that's what he deserved. And the next day, we should just move on like nothing ever happened. And it should be a learning lesson. Anybody talking about a black woman gonna get popped. Is that how we feeling?
That is done and over. You can't relive that day. I mean, when are we gonna move on?
Well, hell, I don't know, because Will Smith keep on talking about it. So we'll just see.
Yeah, well, he came and apologized, you know, showing his face, and that's good. And I don't even think he should have did that. Why? It's over.
All right. Well, Will Smith, she said, stop apologizing. It's over. You did what you did, nigga. Now move on. All right. Well, I thank you for calling, boo.
And Chris did what he did, and that's why he got slapped.
All right. Okay. I think I got what you're saying. All right. We're going to let you go. We're going to go on to another caller calling from 515. You're live on the air. Talk to me.
Yeah, it's me again.
Hey, me again.
I got cut off earlier.
Okay. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Yeah, you were asking me, do you think it was right? I don't think it was right. There's other ways to handle it. That he went up there and slapped him in front of all them people. I don't think it was right. So like I was saying, there's other ways to handle stuff. But if it was the everyday people, these weren't celebrities. But people, and you have to, for disrespecting somebody's wife, it's time to bang at any moment. So that's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm telling you one thing. If you bang over here, your ass going to jail, nigga. Because I'm going to call the po-pos, and I'm going to get your ass locked up. And I hope somebody recording it, because I'm getting your ass locked up. Hell yeah, I'm calling the po-pos on your ass. You know, I can be able to talk and say what the F I want to say, but once you put your hands on me, you are breaking the law. And I definitely intend to make your ass pay and rot in jail. And I may come visit your ass in jail too. How about that? Yes, I will. If they allow me to have some Chick-fil-A up in there, I'll be eating Chick-fil-A talking to your ass. Like, you know you did wrong, nigga. I'm pressing more charges on your stupid asshole. You said what?
Okay, Chris knew what time it was. He was like, he warned Will warned him way before that. Like, okay, you go up there, you talk about my wife, it's on. So he just decided. Chris said, "Fuck that. I'm gonna speak about Jada," because we know when he said it, he was like, "Yeah, that was a nice thing. That was nice. That was a nice thing to say. It wasn't nothing. Yeah." So.
Now, do you think
that was nice? I said something nice about Jada.
Okay, so have Will Smith lost something now? What have Will Smith lost? I mean, he still have everything, right?
He ain't lost nothing. He's still gonna be welcomed back into the Oscars 10 years later.
Yeah, he
and
just
they probably
mad.
Gonna have a whole discussion. He probably got to pay some fines and shit on TV, and and go there and kiss the Academy's ass and all the other stuff.
Well, I think he's just mad because his reputation. He would never be looked at the same by the people that he praised. The people that he praised and he looks up to, Will Smith, they would never look at his ass the same. And that's why he mad.
Yeah. He was looked at, him and Jada was looked at before she started doing that damn red table talking and scandal with August as black excellence, just like we look at Beyonce and Jay-Z. But I think Beyonce and Jay-Z's a little shady too. But
But come on,
So
black excellence. In what sense? I mean, I don't know. Comment, let us know for you guys. I want to talk to real
they
people
put
out
a,
there. Do
they
y'all
put
have,
these people on pedestals.
huh?
The world puts these people on pedestals as being like a certain way, the same way that Beyonce and Jay-Z is looked at.
Well, yeah, that may be right, but I just never looked at none of their asses on pedestals, to be honest with you. If I seen these celebrities, I just walk past them. But I want to know for you guys, did you guys look up to Will Smith and Jada as couple goals or black excellence? Press 5 if you have in the past. Now, for me, I think that Jada and Will Smith are good actors. And I think that's it for me.
Oh,
but
yeah,
when I'm talking
everything's
about
an act.
black excellence, I think Will Smith has a good resume, and he's favored and he's a good actor. Shit. What else do you want besides that?
To white people, he was at a level. Oh, well, that's the okay nigga. He's not gonna be out there doing. He's not gonna be out there doing what the rest of them are doing. His family was put in a good light.
Yeah, I can understand when you said that. So you're saying that,
he's the okay guy. Well, he's not gonna be out there thugging and acting a fool and being an ass.
well, I think he's already proven wrong, and that's just what it is. But I thank you so much for calling in, boo. We're going to let you go. Calling from 313, you're live on the air. Hello, 313?
Hello.
I'm sorry, 314. My bad.
I knew you was talking about me, girl.
Look, I said 313. I'm sorry.
You know, I know you. That's why I said hello.
Well, I'm glad you know
be
me.
messing.
What's your
Yes,
thoughts
I know
about
you.
this?
Listen, everybody has missed what's going on here. Okay, what is happening is Chris Rock cannot forgive him because there is getting ready to be a great big lawsuit. His attorneys have already instructed him, don't say a word. If he goes ahead and accepts his apology, he can't get paid. Right now, Chris Rock is going through some changes, a whole lot of changes, okay? So he needs that coin, okay? And so he's just sitting around waiting to get it from Will. Because when you don't apologize a couple of times, you apologize a couple of times and you get no response, what does that tell you? You're waiting on the Big Bang Theory. Something's getting ready to happen. There is a lawsuit that is pending. He cannot, if he forgives him, it's no money coming to him. Okay?
Girl, you done dropped the bomb, and that makes perfect sense. Chris Rock, I'm with you when you're right. I would have did the same thing. Okay, let me tell y'all what she said, okay? She said that Chris Rock is having a lawsuit against Will Smith. And that's why Will Smith is doing these apologies, because he know that he's about to get sued and they about to take him for a whole bunch of money. Hell yeah. And now Chris Rock, he can't speak to him. He can't say nothing to him because he don't want to mess up with his bag. And I ain't mad at you for getting your bag, Chris Rock. Will Smith, he did this shit to himself. But go ahead. Thank you for dropping that tea. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, that's the bottom line. So Will Smith is around here looking all sad and everything because he knows he's getting ready to get popped now. Mm-hmm. And it's at the perfect time, right when Chris Rock needed the money. Mm-hmm. So, no, he's not going to accept an apology. If you accept an apology, you're not going to get paid. You're going to tell the whole world that everything is all right. Well, what are you going to do when you get up on the witness stand? They're going to say, well, on July 29th, you said that you forgave him. So why are we here this morning in this court?
Thank you.
It's not going to happen like that.
Yes.
He's
and
just
guess
gonna
what?
Give it a little time.
Go ahead.
He's just going to give it a little time, and they're working on the case right now. He got his little punishment from the Oscars, which he should have been banned completely, because you don't go up on the stage and assault a person. It would be just like what he did was called assault and battery. He hit him, okay? That was the assault. The battery was also defaming him. He defamed his character in front of all those people. So the good boy went up there. There was no reason for what he said. They're both comedians. And, wives and children are fair game in the comedy era, okay? So whatever was said, it's done. But it's a win for Chris Rock. He took the punch. And, if he wasn't going to sue him, he knew he was going to sue him when he got hit. That's why he didn't try to, go back and see. Normally, if that had been done and Will Smith didn't mean it and he really had an apology in his pocket, they would have squashed it that night and it would have been all over. But no, this is called an opportunity. This is an opportunity for Chris Rock to get paid. And I ain't got nothing else to say.
Child, you said a whole bunch, but guess what? I feel that you're right. Somebody said in the comment section, they said that Chris Rock didn't press any charges. What you got to say about that?
Oh, it's just a matter of time. You have plenty of time to press charge. Just because he didn't do it now. I mean, Chris Rock isn't such a big man that he would say, oh, no, I'm going to stay mad like a little punk. I'm going to stay mad. No, he's been told not to do it. They're getting a case together. You don't just sue somebody. Look at Cardi B. She didn't just turn around and sue Tasha K. She gave her a little time. And a little more time, and a little more time. How much? Years? But Chris Rock isn't gonna wait that long. Trust me.
The case is building.
There's no reason for Chris Rock not to accept his apology, other than the fact he's going to sue him.
Well, it seemed like Chris Rock do got the white people behind him. He got the black comedians behind him. Chris Rock is at a great place to keep that energy. So if I was Chris Rock, I wouldn't have forgive him either. Publicly or behind the scenes, because you got the whole world beside your hand now. And once you forgive him, all of it going to fall and fold.
It's over. And now what all Will Smith is doing is it's called damage control. But Chris Rock isn't going to accept it because this is called opportunity. And all that stands between the two of them is time and opportunity. Okay? I don't have nothing else to say.
Okay. Now, did you hear what Will Smith said? Do you feel like it was sincere?
You just watch and see when he files the lawsuit. I'll be back on to tell everybody I told you so.
Okay. Now, I got a question. Did you hear Will Smith speech just now? Do you feel like it was sincere?
No, it was not. He's an actor. He can make it come out any way he wants to. He can shed tears. He can act sincere. He got on his little shirt and he looked so pitiful and, I just want to apologize. No. You were a big man when you walked up on that stage and slapped that man, and you had no right to. And you did it in front of all of those white people. You represent us, brother, my brother. And you got up there and acted a fool because this is what we do. You know how and the white people were saying, well, you know how they act. You can't take them nowhere. He let us all down because at the time he was representing us. And it shows what a weak man he is because he let his wife publicly make a fool out of him. you're gonna let Chris Rock say that about me and not say anything? All she did was give him the look. And he said, oh, this is my time to be a big man. I can show Jada that I'm not the punk that I am. He went up there, and I don't even know why he slung at him without knowing that there was going to be consequences. You don't hit anyone in a public place. The only reason why he didn't go to jail for assault and battery is because he was Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Brown said, no, man, right now this isn't the time. No, don't do that, And they still could have took it, but they were being nice because he's the good old black man. But he did that. He let the black race down when he did that because we don't conduct ourselves. All of us don't conduct ourselves in that manner. And I could have seen if he went up there and hit a white man. I bet you if he had hit a white man, he would have gone to jail. Mm-hmm. But because he hit a brother, he didn't go to jail. Okay, now you want to apologize? You want to come back on bended knee? No, it's too late. It's too late. No, now let's talk money. Let's talk money. Let's talk millions. Let's talk millions. And remember when Chris Rock had his first show? He didn't say a word now, did he? They've already told him. We got this sealed. Don't you say a word. So that's the way it is. Mm-hmm. It's coming. You have plenty of time to file an assault again because all they have to do, he's waiting for his teeth and his jaw to get back aligned. Trust me, he's under the doctor's care. And he's probably going to come back and say, now, it's hard for me to talk, and I'm a comedian, but when I start to talk real fast, my jaw clicks. Now you messing with my coin. There's a method to the madness. Mm-hmm. Trust me.
All right.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. You sure right. They building a case on his ass.
Mm-hmm. So it's just going to take a little longer than we thought. But, as far as I'm concerned, I don't want either one of them to have a problem. But it's all about the money. If you slip and fall in the grocery store, let me know. Are you going to get up or are you going to stay on the ground? I'll wait. I know what I'm going to do.
What you going to do?
I'm going to stay on that floor, and I'm going to tell them to call 911, and I'm going to be sitting right up there in that olive oil or that pickle juice, whatever fell on the floor that I didn't see, and I'm going to have a check. I'm going to have a check.
Are you going to bust out your phone?
Opportunity. Huh?
Are you going to bust out your phone and take selfies?
I won't have to because see, I'm gonna wait on that ambulance to come, and all the cops are gonna be on that cam. They're gonna have them chest cams on. I won't need to because see, I'm gonna be in so much pain. I'm gonna be hurting, and I'm gonna stay in the hospital about 3, 4, 5 days a week if they'll let me. I'm not going to work. I'm gonna have to get paid. And then when I get out, I'm going to make sure I come out of there with a cast on. Trust me. That's called opportunity.
You know what you remind me of?
The stuff shouldn't have been on the floor, no way.
Mm-hmm. I had an associate.
I'm not going to just get up.
I had an associate back in California, and I told him I couldn't drive with him no more. Do you know we driving around California, and he's sitting there waiting on somebody to hit him. Like he would deliberately do stuff, like breaking stuff, and want somebody to hit him. I'm waiting on somebody to hit me. I said, nigga, if you don't get me out your damn car, I don't want to be in no accident with you. Shit. People out here, they want to get in accidents so they can get some money. I don't think it's worth it.
I'm not going to do that. No, that's what I'm not going to do. I'm just saying, if it just happened to be their fault and they did something, they didn't come, they knew on aisle 5 that there was water or there was a leakage or something there, and I'm walking and I didn't see it, and I slipped and fell, and I'm gonna be on the floor. Mm-hmm. My brother-in-law is an attorney, and he told me, "Don't get up and cry as hard as you can.
And
fall
call,
out, act the fool."
And call Big Al Bethune.
Honey, you don't have to worry about it because everybody's going to try to get to you.
Do you know who Big Al Bethune is?
As soon as you get in that ambulance, you've heard of ambulance chasers, haven't you? An ambulance chaser is an attorney that's looking for a case. Mm. So you end up with a free attorney.
You don't know who Big Al is?
Mm-mm.
Comment, let us know. Do y'all know who Big Al Bethune is? Press 1 if you heard Big Al Bethune. Call Big Al Bethune, you know? It's this commercial that come on. And it's like, when you get in a car accident, call Big Al, you know? It's so damn dramatic. You got to listen to it. But I thank you so much for dropping that gem.
Oh, you're welcome.
And letting us know.
I've been following you forever.
I appreciate that.
You forever.
And they want to know, do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I don't have one.
They said you need to start one.
Because I can run my mouth, huh?
And you be talking that talk, all right? Well, I'm going to let you go. Love you. All right, let's go into the next caller. Calling from 917. You're live on the air.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm calling in to talk about this because I totally 100% blame Jada. Okay, if you look at, if you've seen that movie 300, when she looked at the gladiator and gave him permission to kill, that's what Jada did. Okay, she came in there looking like an alien. All right, and with this make-believe hair condition that I hate that she claims, because I know people that really suffer with that condition. I'm a theist, so I don't want to try to say the name. I say everything wrong. They call it alopecia. I don't know if I said that right. But I had too much money and let mayonnaise people mess up my hair. That's what she has. She never had alopecia because you could follow her all through her career. She had hair. I know people that seriously suffer from that condition and is not to be played with. She's always been jealous of Will Smith's success. I believe she's jealous of her own husband. I believe she's bored with her marriage. And I believe she's the worst thing that ever happened to Will Smith.
That's a lot. All right.
I totally, if you look at it, like, he was laughing. He was going to play it off. It was her. She already went in there with an attitude. And if you see they seating, how they were sitting, they wasn't even sitting together like a loving married couple. It wasn't like that. It was disgusting how he walked in there and tried to steal the show with that ugly dress. She wasn't put together at all. He was sitting over there with another woman actress. And then she didn't even get up. If you for your husband and you see your husband getting ready to do something, you'll grab his arm, say, no, don't do that, baby, try to hold him back. She didn't do none of that. And this really took his career out. He did a lot of favors to get all of these parts and showed a lot of his tail to get all of these parts. The Illuminati is real. They turned him out to get all of those parts that he got. It's real. That's the bottom line. Everybody in Hollywood will tell you about the parties. And at those parties, what go on? And those are true facts. Those are true facts. And I just blame Jada. She's the worst thing that.
Okay, put the blame on Jada, the black woman.
Yep.
Okay.
100%. That evil, conniving black woman that's not satisfied with being a millionaire. Okay, because if she was satisfied, she wouldn't be robbing cradles.
All right. Well, I appreciate you. All right, we're going to let you go. All right. What comment we want to know? Am I doing a better job with allowing people to talk? Okay, press 3 if you feel like I have improved within the couple of minutes in allowing people to talk more. Press 10 if you feel like I still should allow people to talk more. Did y'all see what I just did? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See? You see how I can improve real quick? Yeah, I can listen. I sure can listen. How about that? Oh, you know what, Janae? I'm hungry too. I am hungry. I don't know what I want to eat, but I know I'm hungry. Calling from 617. You're live on the air.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? What's your thoughts about everything?
My thoughts are the woman that just was speaking. I'm gonna run off of that a little bit. I like what she said. Well, not all of what she said, because I don't think Jada was at full fault, but she definitely could have grabbed her man. You see a dude about to get out of character, and you know that that's not really how he get down. Yeah, you could have grabbed him. You could have grabbed his arm, especially Chris Rock tried to give him a chance. He knew he smacked him. He knew he said something crazy, and he said, damn, I got smacked by Will Smith. If Will Smith would have just sat down in his chair and just calmed the hell down, he would have been good. He would have been good. But then he started screaming from the seat. From the seat. I didn't know about no alopecia with her. I just thought her hair was always short her whole life, but it ain't nothing wrong with, can't nobody say diseases don't progress as you get older. Again, we don't know how she feels inside her home about her hair. Like, Lord, it's one thing to be short, and it's another thing to be shiny. So maybe she didn't want to be shiny. So everybody has to let that part go about alopecia, or she do or don't. You can't talk about somebody's disease. But Chris Rock told a joke. How many comedians go to those award shows and tell jokes? I do not think that Will Smith should have got up out of his seat, walked across the stage. I don't even know what he could have been thinking other than the hell. I'm going to just blame it on the alcohol. He had to be drunk as hell, and he did that, because it ain't no way. It ain't no way. He didn't make black people look bad. He made himself look bad, because they already think that about black people. All we going to do is fight. All we going to do is, that's the way we get back at people, is by physically attacking. And I don't think that was right. And that's just period. Will Smith is not going to lose no money. Chris Rock is not going to sue Will Smith. All that, he going to sue them, because trust me, if Chris Rock was some kind of, whatever they trying to call him, Uncle Tom or Brown Nose, he would have let them arrest Will Smith that same night. I think that the Academy Awards, they let Chris Rock down, because no matter who that was on that stage, he should not have been allowed to sit there through the whole show after he smacked a grown-ass man like that. And if it was a other person, he would have never did that. He would have never did that if that was one of them. Because he know for a fact, not only would he have went to jail, they'd have boycotted him hard. So he's doing the best that he can to clean it up. Staying quiet is not what he should do. Ain't nothing wrong with apologizing if you feel like, but I don't think he meant it. I think he's just doing it for face. Because if he meant it, he would have said it that same night. It don't take days to say, I'm sorry, dog. And it don't take days to say, you shouldn't have said that like that about my wife, and not something they couldn't have talked it out. It wasn't that serious. But to go back to your seat and rev it on even more, I think he was drunk. That was all.
Well, I just wanna say something, because you made a comment about Jada. Do you mind? And don't take it too serious, just poking fun at it, okay? Now, people are saying that Jada was sitting in her femininity. You know what I'm saying? After hearing talks about T.D. Jakes come out and saying that black women are getting raised to be like a man, she didn't want to be too manly or too aggressive in that situation, because she, you know what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts about that?
I think even if they stereotype us so hard, it's terrible. If we grew up in an environment where you had to be tough, not saying you grew up somewhere where, it's way more easier, but if you grow up, if I'm not mistaken, she's from Baltimore. if you grow up in an environment that's just tough, we are built for tough. Don't take our toughness for we're not still women. And I think she dominates just because Will allows that. Because if he didn't, he would have went his own way a long time ago. But I think they got some type of agreement where they are allowed to do as they can in their relationship as long as it doesn't hit social media. And what she did was, I don't care what Will was doing, I don't care what she was doing, but when it hits the media like that, y'all don't got no choice but to address that as a team. She shouldn't be sidebarring, side sliding as she's making her comments to say even after he did smack him in supposedly defense of women, and she said, I don't condone him doing that. What? I don't think he should have did that. If you don't think your man should have did that and you thought he was so drunk and he was so what, why didn't you try to grab his coattail? At least people could say, well, shit, she tried. She grabbed the back of his coat. She didn't do anything, and she laughed when he came back as if it was a joke. So if it was a joke, you should have keyed about the alopecia or the Jane. I didn't even see that movie. I don't know.
You know, I didn't see that movie either. That's not my type of movie. You know, I'm for women empowerment, but I'm just not into all types of movies. Maybe I will watch. Maybe we should watch it together, G.I. Jane, and see what it's about.
Well, I hope she was strong, because she sure enough sat there like it was bad. If I'm not mistaken, they said Demi Moore played it, and it was a good movie from the people I hear, but I never saw it with my own two eyes.
Yeah, they said it was a good movie.
Anything.
They sure
They said
did.
it was a good movie, so I don't understand what the beef was. Like, it was deeper than what we could see, and I think Will Smith just got tired of people on his top, but that was just the wrong time.
Well, this what they said. They said that Will Smith told Chris Rock, "Stop talking about my wife. I'm tired of you talking about black women. I'm tired of you talking about my wife." He told him this several times. And what did Chris Rock do? He got on national stage on Oscars when it's supposed to be Will Smith night, and he laughed and poked fun at Jada, and he did it on purpose, in spite what Will Smith told him to do.
Oh, well, then if Will Smith told him not to do it and he did it anyway, well, he took the smack. Will should just set his ass down. That's why it's looking worse. He took the hit. He said, all right, I'm going to say this even though he told me not to say it. That's why I said it was light. He still didn't like it. He still came and smacked me. I still tried to save him by saying, damn, I got smacked by Will Smith. And then he sat there and said, oh, yeah, and keep my wife's name out your mouth. He drilled himself in the ground then. He got his shit off. You got a chance to smack him and walk back to your seat and accept your award all in the same night. So, you know, he set himself up for that. Us as black people, we got to know how to turn our anger off and on. When you just say, oh, somebody tickled me wrong and I just got mad and that's just it, then, you know, we got to work on that as people. We can't just get mad and start swinging because you mad. I don't care what he said. That looked bad on us, man. Really bad. Like, we can't, like, don't nobody want to, it's like nowadays you can't fight because you're going to get shot. Nowadays you can't even tell a joke because somebody won't come and smack you. Like, that's crazy. I see that ain't happening to Dave Chappelle. They had that boy beat down. Was that it did that? Now, as Dave Chappelle, Will Smith would have came and did that to him, he would still got the same treatment.
No, because he Will Smith.
Well, then that's what they mean by celebrities getting a chance to use their celebrityness. I know that's not a word. To back them up when they do something rotten. That's why they think they're better than everybody and they get into trouble because of stuff like this. You can do something like this that if a regular person would have did, they would be in jail. Or they definitely would have been in jail if it was on television like that. And like I said, if he would have smacked the other person, meaning W-H-I-T-E, if he would have did that, it would have been all over. It would have been really over for him. So he better take his little hit, say your apologies, and keep it moving. The less you talk about it, the more under the rug it can be pushed. Stop bringing it up. Just let it go. You did it. He took it. That's it.
I agree with you. All right. Well, I thank you so much for calling in and letting us know how you feel about it. All right. Make sure you call back. Calling from 863. You're live on the air.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shanika. First and foremost, I want to say, GG, I love your show.
Thank you, boo.
And I want to also say that I love all black women and black men. I love all of y'all sincerely, dearly. I don't like to too much talk about celebrities. I don't too much get into their business and stuff like that. First and foremost, I will say that I think personally, I think Jada Smith is a lesbian. I don't think
Come
she's
on
attracted
now.
to Will
Wait,
Smith at
come on.
all.
Wait, hold up. Wait. How we get far left with that now? We
She
talking
just
about
giving me
Will
them
Smith and you
vibes,
coming
like,
up talking about she a lesbian. What that got to do with Will Smith apologizing?
I don't think that Will Smith can satisfy Jada Smith. Jada. I don't think that I don't think they're in love, or I think Jada's in love with the woman. Anyways, and I think Will Smith got further problems with his sexuality as well. But like I said, I think it's going to take a lot. I agree with the lady that came on in the beginning. I think it's going to take a long time, possibly years, for that lawsuit to be settled. It will take a long time to find a person guilty. So right now, it's all about building up evidence. It's all about evidence right now.
Building up evidence.
But anyways,
I
it was
hear
so
you,
good
boo.
checking in and great.
Thank you, boo. We're going to let you go. Calling from 520. You're live on the air. 520. Hello, 520. You're live on the air. I'm looking at the number, 520. All right, we're going to go on to the next caller. Calling from 480. You're live on the air.
Hey, Gigi, can you hear me?
Yeah, girl, I can hear you real good.
Okay, I'm in the car. I just want to say, I'm still shocked that even happened. Like, I'll be thinking about it sometimes, like, damn, Will Smith really did smack him. Like, I thought it was like a joke or something. But when I saw the apology this morning, I thought that was really big of him to apologize not only to Chris Rock, but to apologize to Chris Rock's family too. And months, and I just feel like as a person, it takes a lot to hold on to pride and ego and all those things too, because some people never apologize for anything that they do. So I'm glad that he let that shadow side of him go and put it to the side and just apologize to Chris Rock. No matter what the situation is, I don't feel like Will Smith right to actually put his hands on Chris Rock because of something that he said. You know what I mean? It'll be different if Chris Rock put his hands on him or somebody in his family, whatever. But it was just necessary. And I like Will Smith. I don't even like Chris Rock, but I like Will Smith. But I do like that he took accountability for, what he did. Because I think him and Chris Rock was friends or something like that. And he said he was real cool with Tony Rock. So at the end of the day, I just feel like Will Smith, he probably thinks that it wasn't worth it because, he lost relationships with them because of him doing that. And I just feel like we can all take a lesson from Will Smith to, not let our anger get the best of us. And I think that he smacked Chris Rock, not because of what Chris Rock said. I think that he was already going through some things internally that, the world did or didn't know about, and he just took it out on Chris Rock, and that's not fair. And I don't want people to think that that's okay. And people that's like, oh, Chris Rock, he deserves it, and he should have got slapped. No, because you wouldn't say that about yourself. You wouldn't want somebody to smack you on national TV on one of the biggest nights, which is the Oscars, the biggest night, like. Everybody's seeing you getting slapped. You wouldn't want that for yourself, so why would you want that for someone else? So it's all about maturity. I do listen to people when they're talking about that just to see what type of person that they are. And I just go from there. But it's just, that wasn't right. I don't feel like Will Smith should have did that. And I'm glad that he apologized. I'm glad that he was a man and he apologized as well. So, but I saw something online, like people saying that Jada did something to make him do that. No, she did not. No, she didn't. It's just, like I said, I just think he was going through some things.
You're right. Now, let me ask you a question. If Chris Rock would have got on stage and popped Jada in the face, do you think Will Smith would have been so forgiving?
If Chris Rock would have hit Jada
in the face.
In the face. Just based off Will Smith's character and me watching him pretty much my whole life, I think it would have taken some time, but I do think he would have forgave Chris Rock.
Okay. He would have forgave him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would you forgive somebody if they hit you in your face?
It depends on who it is. but eventually I would, because it's like if somebody hit me in the face, you know, me holding on to that only hurts me. So it's just like I would try to get over it as fast as I could. I would still have to be human though, but still, like, I was trying to let that go.
Oh, you so sweet. You so sweet. I gotta ask y'all a question. If somebody would have hit you in the face in front of everybody and the cameras were out, would you be forgiving? Press 1 if you will forgive within 5 to 10 years. Press 2 if you ain't gonna forgive. You know, let us know where you guys
especially
stand.
If they apologize.
Huh?
If they give like a sincere apology. I said, especially if they give like a sincere apology, yeah, I would. I'm a Sagittarius. we are very forgiving people.
Well, I'm not forgiving. Because I still have not forgave people that put pause on my relatives. I haven't forgave them. Don't you know? We have, you know, family. You know, I just had a funeral not too long ago. And there's some niggas that showed up to the funeral. And I remember you put pause on my auntie. You put pause on my cousins. I still was not forgiving. I'm not grinning in your face, nigga. Shit. You know,
right,
and everybody else have moved
that.
on, but I ain't, and I don't want to. Put it like, and that's how I feel about it.
And you have a right to feel like that. It's your life, you know, so.
Hell yeah. I'm not about to sit up and eat with you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's all I have to say. I hope that people can be more open about the situation and not be like super negative or immature about it. Like he shouldn't put his hands on him. That's just it.
Right. Now I guess, do I forgive Will Smith? I mean, I think I do. If Will Smith came out with a movie, would I watch it? I'll watch it because it's for my entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he's good on that screen. Go ahead, boy.
He's a nice person. I think he's a good guy.
I don't know what he is. I can't say he's a good guy because I don't know him. All I know is what he put out for the screen. He can be evil Knievel behind screens.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know that nigga. I know that he likes to please. And, you know, he likes to make people feel good.
So.
Huh?
Yeah, he's a people pleaser. He's a Libra.
Yeah, see, those type of people, they'll talk shit about you behind your back and be smiling up in your face. And I don't like that. I'd rather for you to leave me the fuck alone. Don't say shit to me.
Right, me too. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, PJ, it was so nice meeting you. I just want to get my opinion.
Well, go ahead, because you know, look, I ain't trying to keep you. She like, can you get me the fuck off the phone? Shit, I ain't gonna call back no more. Shit. Your ass don't know how to let motherfuckers go. But I thank you. I appreciate you calling in. She said, like, goddamn, how many times I gotta tell you? That's it. That's all I gotta say. Your ass keep on holding me hostage. The fuck? All right, calling from 407. You're live on the air.
Yo, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm all right. Talk to me. What's your thoughts about this?
Listen, I can't be having no grown-ass man smacking me in the face. Like, I'm going to be real with you. As a man, I'd rather get punched by a nigga than actually get smacked in the face.
What's the
difference? That's like the ultimate disrespect. Well, the difference is, that's the ultimate disrespect. That's just a low blow. That's like you don't even respect the man. You just go smack him.
And then he bitch smack him with a backhand smack?
Yeah, I mean, but it's still, you know what I mean? Like, it's still degrading, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We get hit by another grown-ass man, but I don't know if I could forgive some. I could forgive, but I can't forget. Because you got to understand, I mean, he got embarrassed in front of the whole world. That's something that you can't take away from the internet. That's there forever.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been a little different if it was behind scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you know what's helping Chris Rock is the black men and the comedians in Hollywood. They're really aiding around him to make him feel better. And I think it's helping. It's really helping.
Mm. Well, I mean, shit. I just hope that, you know, they can come together, work their differences out. But I think him apologizing again, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
So come together. Why you want them to come together? I mean, work the differences out. What was the problem?
I mean, he got smacked in the face. Will Smith right now is losing a lot of endorsements because of that.
But shit,
So,
come on, like
I mean,
you
he's
acting
on
like that
different.
hurt his ass. See, that don't hurt him. You know how much money Will Smith got? I don't think them
Yeah, that's
endorsements
true, but
don't
you
hurt.
can never. That's true, but you can never have enough money though, because you know the amount of money they spend. Who knows how much money they be spending? You gotta understand their pockets is different from ours. So
I think he's more hurt that other people see him in a different light than his pockets.
that's true. I could agree with you on that.
Because he said he's a pleaser and he's traumatized by people being disappointed with him. That hurt his feelings when you're not happy with what he did. And he's not the favorite anymore. That really hurts his feelings.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, I mean, him smacking Chris Rock because of his wife or in the honor of his wife. I mean, I don't know, because some people were saying that he was just trying to protect her and defending her. Like, but what's Chris Rock really gonna do? Like, she wasn't in no danger.
Well, I hear what they saying too, but I feel like if that's the case, Will Smith should keep that energy across the board. Cause this nigga named Comey Combs, some comedian man, he's a black nigga. He was really dogging out Jada. You know, Will Smith, if you you gonna fight everybody cause whatever they say about your girlfriend or your wife, you should really came for that nigga neck. You should have came out. You know what I'm saying? You should be coming for everybody. You know? But it seemed like he just had one moment. Would make it seem like, you know, maybe he's going through a breakdown or something in his life ain't right and he just lashed out. That's what it seemed like.
I mean, like, but you gotta understand though, his wife is out there bending over backwards for R&B singers.
Well, ain't he opening his
allowing
legs?
it. He cool.
Ain't he opening his legs for random
cool.
hoes?
Yeah, that's true. But if you look at it, it's still a mental effed up relationship.
Well, what relationship ain't mentally fucked up? What relationship ain't mentally fucked up? Ain't they all fucked up?
Hey, nah, but this one's a little bit more fucked up.
How?
I mean, first of all, they putting their shit out there for everybody to see their nasty business, right? If that's what everybody's got their opinion on it.
The society we live in is they always fucking and doing shit. So what's the difference? It's just that people have higher expectations because Will Smith, he's like a good boy, you know? Okay, and so what? But shit, look at Bill Cosby and his wife. Look how he did his wife. He stayed horn around his wife.
That's true.
And he gave a good image. You know, he out here having people thinking they can be like the damn Cosbys. And when they realize they can't have the relationship like the Cosbys, they get disappointed. And they looking for a relationship like the damn Cosby. And a lot of shit don't exist like that in the real world. But he's not even living no Cosby-ass lifestyle. How about that? He didn't display him fucking around with all these random women.
Yeah. They all be fucking around with different people, though. Be honest with you, they all do.
Right,
That's
but at
Hollywood.
least Will Smith and Jada, they were up front with the shit. And they let you know, hey, this is what's going on.
That's true. I give it up. Yeah, so Will Smith can't really be having a nervous breakdown because, I mean, he did allow this shit to happen.
Yeah, well, I don't think
You know what I mean?
I don't think it has nothing to do with him and his wife, you know, doing random stuff outside the bedroom. I think it has something to do something that I don't know about or the general public may not know about. He said it has something to do with his mom. How he watched his daddy put paws on his mom and he sat there and he didn't do anything and he felt like a damn coward as a boy because he did not stop his daddy. And he said when Chris Rock picked on Jada again, he felt like this was his chance in a lifetime. This was his moment, okay? To do some shit, to stop it.
Yeah, but at the same time, he already knows that Chris Rock is a comedian. That's what he does. So why are you taking it so offensive to what he said about the G.I. Jane joke? To me, I think it was harmless. It wasn't enough to go up there and slap a nigga in the face.
Well, yeah, that's your perspective. To him, it meant something, you know? If he felt some type of way about it. Everybody have different perspective.
Well,
they said
that's cool,
he told...
but guess what? There's actions and repercussions to what you do, and we seeing it right now.
Yeah, we seen it right there. So that's just what
Yeah.
it is.
But I just want to give a shout out to you, yo. I love the show. Continue doing what you're doing. I'm gonna sit in the background and just listen. You heard?
Appreciate it. Thank you. Call back. All right, let's go on to the next caller. Calling from 317. You're live on the air.
Hey, this is me again. I talked to you earlier, but I just been listening. I keep hearing like people keep saying to me, which is dumb stuff, like saying that he's a comedian and that Will should have, I guess, bitten his tongue. Because if you ask me, I feel like a lot of the men that are calling in probably don't even date black women anyway. So I personally feel like if Jada was white, then a lot of them probably would have had like a lot more grace for her to feel like, oh, well, maybe he should have protected her. But since she's a black woman or whatever, people feel like, oh, well, he should have just let it slide. He's a comedian. I feel like just because he's a comedian, that don't mean that he get to just be disrespectful to him and his wife if he's asking this man not to do that. I don't understand why people are just like missing the comment or the whole concept of just common courtesy and respect for somebody. If you want to respect them, I mean, like you want them to respect you back. Because after a while, I don't know why everybody's acting like that they don't. I mean, maybe these men don't defend their women. They probably don't. They probably let shit slide or whatever. But I'm the type. I'm going to defend her. If she feel like she's fighting in any kind of way, I'm going to defend her. So that's why, I mean, I just feel like I would agree with that. But the whole he's a comedian thing to me is bullshit because it's like, well, how many times are you going to keep having to tell this comedian to come up with other jokes? It's 30, 50 people in the audience. You want to just keep singling out Jada, the single-handed black woman, I guess, that's already been the subject of disrespect in the industry altogether, because I feel like people probably don't even want them together because everybody kind of wants Will to be with that, what's the white lady that was his counterpart in the movie or whatever. I see a lot of people online want him with her anyway. So if you ask me, I feel like it gets so much backlash because, first of all, they're a black couple. Maybe they're open marriage, I don't know, but everybody's on open marriage stuff. I don't know about people keep saying, oh, they're celebrities, so they're probably messing around. Everybody's messing around. Like, whether you're famous or you're not, everybody's holding around using these apps. Like, I don't know why everybody acts like they're so, like, peachy clean when everybody's doing fucked up shit in their relationships. But I guess since they're celebrities, it's easier to pinpoint because they can't see what the hell they're doing. Like, we know, like regular people, we can't see what everybody else is doing behind closed doors. But everybody's out here hoeing around. Everybody's out here sleeping around on their significant others. So I just don't understand all these pots calling the kettle black. But...
Hello? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I will say this. The reason why I think a lot of people are saying, well, he's a comedian, because comedians has a history. When you go to their stage, they always joke on people in the front row. And oftentimes, they will joke on a couple. They'll pick out a couple and they'll talk about the woman or talk about the man, but most time they talk about the girl. And it's been happening for so many times, and they give it a pass. They give comedians a pass to talk and disrespect so many people, and they just laugh about it. So that's why I think people are saying, well, let's tie it up. He's just a comedian. So whatever a comedian says or does, don't take it so serious, because it's just for laughs and jokes at your expense.
Right. But I don't think that's funny. Me personally, I feel like if you're going to be a comedian, then be funny. Like, I don't think it's funny to pick on somebody. That's not, like, if you're going to be funny, then just make jokes about, I don't know, about what movies are out right now. But it seems to me like he was single-handedly picking on Jada. That's what it seemed like to me. And he's always done it throughout his career. Don't get me wrong, I like Chris Rock a little bit. He ain't that funny to me, but I like some of his shows, like Everybody Hates Chris and stuff like that. Like, I grew up on that kind of stuff, but I just feel like how much is Will supposed to take before it's just like, okay, look, bro, I'm not about to keep just having the same conversation with you, and then now he's like, and then, like, now people want him to, I guess, apologize. Well, not apologize. I don't know what they want him to do, but it's just like, you damn if you do, damn if you don't. If I was Will, I would just say fuck everybody and just create my own stuff like he's been doing for the last 10, 15 years, creating his own movies and stuff. He can just create his own atmosphere. But just like you said, I do agree that maybe he does want to be in like good graces with everybody, but after a while, it's just like, so what? You can't please everybody. Like, you slapped him. It is what it is. Chris Rock is one wrong with it, back to the white man like he's been doing anyway. So he's going to take it as a stride.
I sorry to cut you off, but I know you say, Will Smith, just stop being a pleaser people. But it's really hard when you live your whole life and your identity is tied into making everybody happy. It's tied into be the favorite. It's tied into everybody's putting you on a damn pedestal and they're loving you and praising you. It's hard to step off of that and say, you know what? This is me. And sometimes I fuck up and I don't want to be black excellence, ho. It's hard. Sometimes it can be addictive to have those praises and those privileges.
And I feel like we should be able to have that grace. If white people can go and storm the Capitol with shotguns and stuff, why we can't go up and just express respect? That's so bad that we got to act good for the white people when they worse than us. They act worse than us.
It ain't the same. I mean, they tell you that everybody's equal, but do you really believe everybody is treated equally in America or in the world, period? It has never been a time where people treated everybody equally. In the history, it's never been a time.
No, but I live my life like that.
Huh?
Me personally, no, I don't think everybody's equal, like, in the grand scheme of things, but in my life, I do treat everybody equally. Like, a white man can get cussed out just like a black man can get cussed out. I'm not about to walk on eggshells and dumb myself down. I'm going to give you this work however you want it, and then we can just go about our business, or we can continue to do it every time we see each other or whatever. But I feel like a lot of people are still having this mentality of, let me be good for Master. Let me be quiet so that he don't think that I'm acting up. But then he going to go and whip somebody or set somebody on fire in the next breath, but then you worried about whether or not you still in corn or whatever from the field. Like,
well, that's how we've been conditioned.
I don't understand that concept of things.
I don't. Yeah. I hear what you're saying, and you're definitely speaking in the new age.
I mean, I'm 24 years old, so I definitely feel like,
that's a new age.
I'm 24 years old.
Yeah, that's a new age, and that's great for, new generation to have that mentality. But when you come from a place where the world was not like that, and it was never been set up that way, and you still see some shit, it's not that easy to say, we're all equal. Because I was raised in a situation where white people come around, y'all better stop acting ghetto. Y'all better start articulating your words.
Right.
Sit up right. Look presentable. Smile, motherfucker. Okay, these white motherfuckers coming. We can't have them thinking that we this and that and that and that. Okay?
Right.
Act right. Okay.
But then I guess I get him blessed in that way because my dad, he'll be 70 soon. My mom, she'll be 60. So I do have like older parents, and like my grandma, she was born in 1930s. So I did have a lot of intellect within how life was throughout those times of like slavery and stuff like that. So I guess my point of view was a little different than probably a lot of people my age or probably older. But I do feel like, I don't know. I really don't know. But I do agree with a lot of what you're saying. But some of the callers they be calling, I just be like, what the hell are they talking about? Like maybe they just don't have that the intellect of the way to be like, I mean, people are going to be people, but it's like they don't want us to, you know, shy away from being who we are when it's in front of them. And I don't like that kind of stuff. Like, because they can be who they want to be when they in front of us. They can be in front of like white folks or
because they know that
Hispanic, whoever.
They know that if they do it in front of certain people, it's going to be different consequences. They know everything, nothing is equal.
Yeah.
I mean, now they try to play like it's equal, certain groups, but everybody knows ain't shit equal, you know? But hey, maybe in the future when we have more people like you and more new generation coming, it will get there at one point in time. But at this moment, it's not. Sometimes I see motherfuckers like iPhones. You know, when they first had the first iPhone, but the new iPhones, it does different shit, new technology. It can adapt to the world because it's current. And sometimes when we have new people versus older people, some older people can adapt, but I have a lot of family members that's older and they're not adapted to this new world, and it's almost like the world is leaving them behind, and you have to stay on track, and they still thinking about this past and that past, and you have to be current. So you have to work on being current. It's just not what it is. You have to always stay on the trends because the world is changing. And I know I'm getting off damn topic. Do you know this heat is going crazy? You know, they talking about it's been an infection, damn. It's a lot of rats going on. It's a lot of roaches going on because the heat and the earth is real hot, and it's changing the land. Everything is changing before you, but it will always change. But anyway, I know I'm off somewhere else. But I thank you for calling. I hope you call back. You said what happened?
All right, it's good talking to you.
Same
GG.
here. Please call back. All right, calling from 215. You're live on the air.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So thank you for taking my call, but I wanted to respond to the gentleman who just spoke. So, yeah, it's not about people misunderstand what's going on with that whole slap thing in regards to, you know, Will protecting his woman and all this other kind of stuff. That's BS. One, he wasn't protecting her. He put her in more danger than she was prior to that, and his family. We haven't stopped talking about that since that happened. That's one. Two, when they do the front row thing as he describes, they all talk about each other. You understand, they've been doing that stuff since the beginning of the Oscar. The reason why is because Oscars tend to be a very serious event. They roast the people they know are going to win. They roast those front rowers for a reason. Everybody has done it. Every single comedian, if you go back 10 years from now, 20 years from now, every single one has done it. And the reason why they do it is because they want to bring down the gravitas of the moment. It's so serious. They want to make these people seem like they're down to earth. So to get them to laugh at themselves is the point. To see these people laughing at themselves is a point. It's a PR move. It's all a game. They all playing the same game. The comedians playing that game. The people who are in the front are playing that game. It's all a game. It's all so you can think that they're just human beings. And everybody has that social contract. Everybody does. The comedian does, and the people in the front do. Now, when Will went up and slapped Chris, he broke that contract for everybody. That's when they went to the break, everybody stood up. What's going on? The PR people who are sitting right in the back of them are calling all those celebrities saying, calm down. Let's pretend like nothing happened. I guarantee you, because it's all the same game. That's why different people went to talk to Will Smith afterwards to make sure he was okay, because that's money. That's all money. When he slapped him, it's not just a matter of him protecting his woman. That's such small thoughts. That's not what's going on. That's Will and his problems and his issues. I read his whole book twice, and that book, I can see how he can slap somebody. He's been playing this game his whole entire life, where he's going around trying to make people happy, and now somebody says something, a joke that he has made about other people numerous times, which is a bald joke. He has made numerous times, and they call back up to him. Now, he even said he didn't have a right to do that. He's saying that's not her fault. That's me. And now people are still saying, well, oh, protect. I was like, you don't protect people by putting them in more danger. Is that how you protect people? If I go up and somebody's about to have a gun to my head, and my kid comes up and antagonizes the person with the gun in my head, say, you ain't going to shoot my dad. You don't think that person's going to shoot me or my kid? That doesn't make sense. You don't antagonize the situation and make it worse and say you're protecting somebody just because you stood up to them, or in your mind you stood up to somebody. You can make a situation, and the thing is, Will knows about this stuff because he does it all the time. He knows that, hey, I can talk to this guy afterwards, or in the speech, I can talk about alopecia. It's numerous ways he could have handled that. That could have had way more dignity. He was being reactive, and he knows it. He was being reactive, and he was being impulsive. That's what he was doing, because he laughed first. And that's, people forget that. So all this, I'm protecting and stuff like that, to be impulsive, to be impulsive to mean that you do not have the emotional wherewithal to control yourself in any given situation. So he put more people in danger than anything. And he stepped on other people's night. And he stepped on his night. And he stepped on Venus and Serena's night. And the father's night. And he stepped on a lot of other people, comedians, who have also been antagonized. What's his name? Dave Chappelle got jumped on stage. Like, when does that happen? What gives anybody the right to physically put their hands on somebody over a joke? So all that stuff, it's a professionalism that he crossed the line on, and he knows it. So all that protection stuff, nah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying any of that.
All right. So what do you think should happen to Will Smith?
See, the thing is, like, although he had a human moment. He had a very human moment, and who he was caught up to him. And it can happen to anybody. I don't really think, to be honest, I don't really think he should have all these, should be banned for the Oscars for 10 years. I think he should sit down and just talk to Chris, because Chris needs to understand where he was coming from, because it really didn't have anything to do with anybody else but Will. Will has emotional issues. I think that there should have been some type of way he could have addressed this with the Academy. I don't think he should be canceled, because people have the same or worse situations that happen in their life that are not put on camera, that people don't see. But people can point at Will and be like, oh, look at Will, he should have did. I'm like, yo, he's a human being. This dude is a human. Know what I mean? Like, I don't care how much money you got. You can't escape being human. There's no price point for being a human being and make mistakes. I think there's a way they could have handled this. I think there's a way that he should handle this. But maybe they could just talk this out. But I don't think
because he is a human, in a human mind, you can stop. You don't have to react as an animal. Animals have an instinct where they're not tame. But as a human being, you have a conscience to say, hey, I got to stop this. That's what gives you right as a human.
Mm-hmm. So that's a good point. It does. But when you are traumatized, that's an instinctive motive for you to stop something that is in your mind, has happened in the past, that you need to stop now. So it doesn't matter with trauma. It doesn't really matter that something is or is not happening that you think it is happening in your past. Your instinct is, I have to stop this from happening again. That's trauma. Will Smith has been through, that's the thing, like, people understand that this dude was traumatized. All this, I don't think he's shuffling jobs, or shuffling jobs. I don't think he does that. But all this, hey, I'm in a happy spot, that's trauma. And that trauma caught up to him. You're right. As an emotionally aware person, you should be able to stop yourself and say, hey, maybe this is the best situation. And I'm sure he's done it in the past. but I think this time it might have caught up to him. So you're right. When you're healthy, you can do that. But I think Will.
Yeah, that's what makes humans
spot.
humans, is them be able to control themselves. Any other animal on the planet don't have that much control. Well, most of them don't. You know what I'm saying? Because they're an animal and they don't understand. They don't have, I don't know, do other animals, can they stop themselves like a bear or a monkey or a tiger or a lion?
Well,
if they see blood, they coming.
Yeah, I mean, but it depends on. Most animals run on instinct because they don't have the brain capacity to do what we do, rationalize stuff. They run on tradition and instinct. Their evolution has made them instinctively what they need to do to survive within a given atmosphere they're in. That's just them being animals. We have a lizard brain, but at the same time, we have an evolved frontal lobe that helps us to make decisions and speak. We're the only human beings that do this stuff. Right. So yeah, as human beings, we can do that, but also trauma is like another level that we're just getting to know. Now, I mean, when you are traumatized, that's a whole different level of living. And if you don't take care of that, you can be you've seen people destroy their lives in trauma. You see people getting these really ridiculous relationships. You're like, why is this person in this relationship? Trauma.
Well, I think that some people are not civilized. And I think if you have a human being, because humans are still animals, and I believe humans are still damn animals. And if they're not civilized, then they can react irrationally, in society.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're animals. We're definitely, and we're mammals. That's our title, our distinction as human beings. We're mammals. But even with but like I said, we're unique in the sense of we're the most flimsy and exposed creatures in the known universe. But we have our brains to compete with that. So everything else is physically dominant, as far as as far as their body strength and everything like that. That's why, animals can attack us, we're done. But human beings can make a gun and kill the animal before it gets us. But that's a rational mind, but that's survival mind. But when you have trauma, that's a whole different level. And he's traumatized. So, no, I'm not excusing his behavior. But what I'm saying is, we've all been in situations that we have acted impulsively. And when you grow, even though he's 52, I've seen people who are much older than him still act impulsively. And you might call it civilized. I call it not having the emotional intelligence to be aware of what you're doing or to stop it. So he might not, he don't got it. Because I'm like that.
Give us a time when you had an irrational outbreak like Will Smith.
Uh-huh. What's the time? Are you asking me?
Can you give us a time? Because, some people say, I've never acted that way. That's, because sometimes you can say everybody has when some people haven't.
Sure, I have. When I was maybe 20 years old, maybe 21 years old, I got mad at somebody and I just let them have it. And that was wrong because what I thought they were doing, they weren't doing. And I just I went to town on them. I destroyed this person verbally. I didn't hit them.
Shit.
I'm not a physical person.
Because we talking about physically. I mean, cussing somebody out. We talking about physical.
Nah.
Like say for instance, we up here, we having a conversation. Next thing you know, I just was triggered and I took out my pow, pop. I apologize, man. I was going through some shit,
Nah. I've always had physical control over myself. I'm not impulsive. Only time I've ever hit anybody is when they tried or they hit me. So I'm not already defensive myself. I'm not, but I know my words can kill. So I don't do and it's a lot of ways to lash up. But physically, nah. But I've known people who've done it and it's destroyed their lives. Mm-hmm. Man, I've seen it destroy people's lives. I've seen people who have arguments and they pull out a knife and they kill the person. They killed their boyfriend by mistake, or it's crazy stuff.
Well, nowadays you can get away with it only if you say I feared my life. Like I was arguing with Calvin, and I said some horrible things to Calvin. And the way he looked at me, I was scared and I feared for my life. And that's why I took out the pow pow and popped his ass. Because how he was looking at me, how he was coming for me, I feared my life. And they are saying that people are getting off of taking people out of here just by saying they fear for their life.
Yeah, I've heard stuff like that, and I think that's tragic because, like, now you're saying you have the right to physically harm somebody based on your perception of the harm they may cause you based on how they're looking at you. To me, that's a very, very, very dangerous slippery slope because now it's like I can take my gun out just for perception. That's what that stand your ground rule is about. You know what I mean? I think this person is going to attack me or this person, and now I can pull out my gun. That's where stand your ground comes from. Stand your ground, you don't have to have a gun for somebody to pull out a gun and shoot you. All you have to do is just be there and feel like you're in physical harm, and they can shoot you. So, yeah, that's this laws that support that type of stuff.
Well, it's about to push down this year, and next year they're going to push more of it.
Yeah, because the Republicans. I mean, Republicans and what's it called, NRA. NRA is pushing on that stuff, and we're in a dangerous time, and like that whole slap didn't really help because like the first thing I said is like he did something I told my students not to do, that we all tell our students don't do. We tell 8-year-olds don't do that. Use your words, and I'm like, dang, dude, like you broke a rule that we tell 8-year-olds don't break. And like he did it, and he sat down, and then he punctuated it with like, keep my wife's name out your mouth. I was like, damn, dude, you going in, like, and for him to have that, I think that's what he needs to address. What in your mind made you think that any of that was okay? And on top of that, you sat in your seat like nothing was going to happen to you. Did you know nothing was going to happen to you? Like to me, the apology is you need to go a little bit deeper. What is going on with you, dude?
But
like
he
that's
can't.
beyond.
Because if he told the truth, it would make you hate him. So he can't do that because he's a pleaser. And that's how he operates in pleasing first. He just had a glitch.
Yeah, that's a good point. He is a pleaser. Like, and that's the thing. Like, he's always been a pleaser. And I'm known pleasers. And their thing is like they don't want to be in any position. Like you said, they don't want to be in a position not to be liked. And when you're in, and that's the thing with him, he has millions and millions and millions of dollars to back up that belief in himself.
90 seconds.
And I've looked at his career, and like I'm a Will Smith. I'm always going to be a Will Smith fan. I went to the same high school he went to. Didn't go to the same time, but I went to the same high school he went to. Like he's a big deal where I'm from. So, and we all support him still in Philly. Nobody in Philly is like, oh, get rid of Will Smith. We all support him, but we all thinking like most of you all talk like, yo, dude, like what is going on in your mind to put your hands on somebody like that? But he's been a pleaser for a very long
60
time.
seconds.
And to be in a position not to be liked devastates him. He even said it himself. He said it devastates me when I let people down. Now I mean that's a people pleaser. And I watched his career, and all he does is stuff that so people can think he's a nice guy. You never see Will Smith not one time play a villain. You never see Will Smith play a villain.
But he's also envious of villains. He's also jealous of villains as well. He doesn't like how villains are getting praised more than him. He's in competition.
Yeah, that's true. He is in competition. He's man, that's a shame. He's in competition. He's all. You know what's the point?
10 seconds.
He just actually made a really, really good point because now I think about his book. He talked about competition all the time. He talked about with Tom Cruise. He talked about with The Rock. He talked about a lot of people. Like, dude, why are you in competition? These people ain't thinking about you. These people ain't.
Because when you're a pleaser, I don't know if you ever go back to grade school. Do you know who was the teacher's pet? The teacher's pet don't ever want to be second or third. That's their life to be the teacher's pet. So they're in competition with everybody. Yeah. And that competition keeps them alive. It keeps them thriving.
Yeah, now that's the thing. Like I watch people, like, to me a teacher's pet is a person who's always in the teacher's face. Me, I always had good grades. I didn't care about I liked the teacher, but my competition was always me. if I'm not, my competition was like, I'm gonna beat me today. And if I'm looking at the test, I'm gonna be the first person to finish this test. But it had nothing to do with the teacher. It had to do with me. But the thing is, when I see other people like what you are people pleasers, I would see them. They had to be in front of the teachers. They had to be under them. I'm like, I don't need to be under nobody.
Yeah,
like, I don't like when kids are under me. I'm like, something's going on. You need something from me that I can't give you. Like, that's a little scary.
It gives validation. It gives validation. I've had that spirit on me, being a pleaser, and for me it's like whoever is the most powerful in the room, I want to gravitate and be their favor, so I can have validation in that.
Yeah, that's a scary place because like now I will watch that when I would date certain people. Like, your validation is through me. But that's not cool because what if I wasn't around? What if we broke up? Now what? Where's your validation coming from then? Like, why is a lot of your validation coming from this relationship?
And I'm devastated without you, and you see what you do to me? And you gonna make me hurt your ass. And it's
crazy.
not funny. This is real life. All I do for you, I lived my whole life for you. Everything you wanted me to do, I made sure I did it for you. And this is how you repay me? You should be thankful I'm doing this.
Yeah. I've seen people do that, yo. And the thing is, like, they become what do you call it? Resentful.
Yeah, when you don't honor, when you don't live up to their expectations of what they expect from you, yeah. Because they're bending over backwards.
Resentful.
They're doing stuff they don't even want to do, but they do it for you. And they're doing it because they want your validation. And if you don't give them their validation, then what the fuck? You don't do that.
Yep.
That hurts them.
Yo.
They need your approval. They need a grade A. They need a sticker on their forehead saying you're doing a great job. Ain't nobody doing a better job than you. They want to be that person in your life where they feel special and you would never leave them and, whatever. They got to have it.
That's a really good point. That's a good point. Like, I think, like, because he had that problem with Aunt Viv. He said when she stopped giving him praise, when she went and praised him, he became a monster to her. He said, "Oh, you don't want to give me praise? Okay, I'll get you out of here." And I'm like, wow, that's really scary. Like, that's a little scary, dude. So now the only way you would get people to accept you is if they praise you and when they tell you about yourself. Now you got to bring out the monster.
The thing about it is, it may sound crazy, but when you look at very powerful men, they have that type of mentality. When you look at Trump, he's the same way. When you look at Putin, he's the same way. Dictatorship. It's powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's like more like a megalomaniac type attitude. Like, because Putin is very much so like that. He creates a whole country to praise him. Like, he makes sure people are like his council, all of them, and anybody who looks like they're not even a little bit, which is kind of scary, that might have their own opinion opposite of what everybody else is saying. He'll get them.
Yeah, but it works. But can you say it has works for him, right? He's the richest guy in the world. One of the richest guys in the whole world.
It works, but it's going to catch up to him. Historically speaking, nobody's ever gotten away with what he's doing. Like, everybody got killed. Hitler,
well, people say everybody's going to die regardless.
Yeah, everybody go down. Everybody, like, you can't survive that fight. People tried, they got killed early, like real early too. Like, so he could, and it's like megalomaniac. That's what megalomaniacs do. They were like, oh, I'm so powerful. And then, like, the rest of the world is like, nah, like, they just take you out. They're like, okay, you think you're that powerful? We'll take you out too.
Well,
now,
we have to see, because history now, it looks like It looks like the maniacs are going to stick together to fight the others. So we just have to watch this story play out. And a lot of times, history repeats itself, and sometimes it tells a different story. So we would never know. We always know that we all going to leave this earth regardless. I just learned that lesson this month, okay, about death. We all going to leave. So how do you want to leave is the question. Putin, I feel like he is living what he wants to. He is in his belief. and he's doing what he's want to do. I don't think when he leave this earth, I don't think he have many regrets.
Yeah, I don't think he have many regrets either. But I don't think Hitler did either. So there's that. Like
Yeah.
I think a lot of times like these dudes don't have no regrets. It's like it's about self-aggrandizement. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like I think Putin like has a form of cancer too. So this might be his last hurrah. You know what I mean? And that's a scary thing with dictators because they were like, yeah, I want my name to live forever. I'm going to do something big. And he's like, what you going to do, Putin? I'm going to take over Ukraine. Ukraine? They only got 2 people for an army. You'll take them over? Yeah, I'm going to get them. I'm like, these people looking like, do you know how crazy that sounds? Like, the rest of the whole entire world is looking at him like, dude, you're kind of crazy right now. No, dude, you're crazy.
But
you're going to get got.
a lot of people are looking at him like that, but you can't say the whole world, and I'm not for Putin. You have people in America that's for Putin. You got people in Russia that's for him. But the dangerous thing that's happening is he's planting seeds. You know, as he do this on a real stage, it plants seeds, and you're gonna have little kids grow up to try to outdo Putin, try to outdo Trump. You always have those that's gonna grow up to outdo.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point that you made because somebody made that point like people coming up. I was like the issue with history. I think somebody said, I forgot who said, somebody said like history is like, an album that just keeps repeating itself. The same, it's almost like a remix all the time. It's the same song, different beat. And you always have people in history who comes like, they think, it's like you can even watch it in like a show like The Wire. The Wire, everybody thought they were special. Like Stringer Bell thought he was special. Joe thought he was special. Marlo thought he was special. Everybody's like, I'm the game. I ain't going to never get caught. All of them got caught. Everybody thinks they're going to be the person who's going to survive it, and none of them do. That's because even if they know history, it's like they think they're bigger than that. I say nobody survives this game. And the thing is, like, nobody's going to survive, especially like with Will Smith. He's not going to, you got to do it a different way to make a difference. Now, I mean, you got to handle this in a way that's never been handled before. And that's the only way he's going to change stuff. I mean, because people do stupid stuff in public all the time, but, dude, you can't. This is gonna hurt you, you know what I mean? And the thing with Putin, Putin's done. I really believe Putin's done. He don't even know he's done. Even if he knows he's done. Like he's done. And yeah, you can't.
I mean, you would want that to happen, honestly. But hey, he's a smart individual. Like I said, I don't care for him. I can't stand him. But I know he's smart. I know he owns a lot of oil. I know he have a lot of people in bad positions in Europe and everywhere because so many people depend on Putin. All of them depend on Putin, for real, for a lot of resources.
Yeah.
And that's why they still dealing with him.
Yeah, he's very smart. Like intelligence, people like an evil genius is still a genius. I tell people all the time, an evil genius is still a genius. Doesn't take away from their intelligence. People are smart regardless whether you like them or not. Doesn't mean anything. But the thing is, like, even intelligent people get caught. Know what I mean? Like, smart people get caught all the time and stuff. And a lot of times it had nothing to do with their intelligence. It's a lot to do with their ego. The ego gets out of hand. And we got everybody. I mean, imagine being somebody that you could literally dictate the praise that you get in front of you. Like, everybody's praising you. And you orchestrate that. And nobody's not going to praise you because they know what's going to happen. That's a very, very powerful. That's beyond power. That's
but that goes back to our history, and the world has always been kind of like that.
Yeah, the world's always been.
That's how rulers ruled.
Yeah, I mean, that's the world's always had demagogues. That's not going to. We always will.
Okay, listen, look, I enjoy talking to you so much, but they said, listen, what the hell y'all talking about? Why we talking about politics?
Right.
Why we talking about Putin? Yeah, I apologize, but I enjoy talking about shit like that. But a lot of people want to stick to gossip, and I understand that. But I do enjoy talking about politics on my side, my side life. I do talk about politics.
Yeah.
I love looking at old history movies. I love learning about the Vikings, Europe, Queen Mary, Queen Elizabeth, the fight between the cousins, all that. I'm very much into history. But let's stay on here. But I apologize. Any last words about Will Smith?
No, yeah, just like, when people talk about Will Smith, keep in mind this is a human being, just like we're all human beings. We all make mistakes, big and small, but we don't have a public eye on us all the time, judging us. So just think about in that sense, how would you feel if you were in that position, your worst mistake that you ever made in your life, it was a camera right in front of you when you made it. So that's all.
I appreciate that, and hopefully you're called back. All right, let's go on to the next caller. Caller from 513, you're live on the air.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm good. So I just want to say this real quick. If I looked at the video of Chris Rock at the Oscars, I looked at it about 10 times. And what people are not talking about, I have never liked Chris Rock anyway. He's not funny to me, and his comedians and he a lot of times bashed black women at his stand-up comedy shows. But if you pay attention to, he talked about the two married couples in the front row. They were sitting a little bit from Will and Jada, right? Then he kind of looked, if you pay attention, he kind of looked to the side and was really thinking to himself, should I say something about Jada or should I not? Well, people are not, I don't think people paid attention to that. Will, what's the guy that was the director of the Oscars? Will Packard, right? I think his name Will. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, so he even said in an interview he was supposed to stick to the prompter. That's what they do. Chris did not do that. He did not stick to the prompter. He was supposed to. He said that Will Packard talked about it. So no one has been talking about that. People are not really paying attention how he even looked. He talked about the two couple that was the married couple. They had their different shows and movies that they were doing, and he kind of look, okay, should I say something or should I not? But he said it anyway. So Chris should have not said anything. Will Packard, I think that's who the director is. He even said he was supposed to stick to the script. He didn't know this was coming. This was something that Chris just came out of the blue and told that joke, which he wasn't supposed to. So Chris in the wrong too. Will was in the wrong, but I'm a Will and Jada fan, and I'm getting sick and tired of the black community. Always, I'm gonna tell you that even with O.J. Simpson, boy, the black community was like, yeah, he got off. But when it comes to him killing that white lady, but when it comes to another black man slapping another black man, the black community like, oh, he was wrong, period. He was, yes, I'm not saying that he wasn't. He was wrong, but it is what it is. It happened. There you go.
All right. Well, there you go. Any other last comments about that?
Nope, that's all I have to say, and will always be a Jada. I'm just getting sick of people tired of just talking about Jada. It's his fault that he did that, and that's not Jada's fault. Jada didn't have anything to do with it. None of that. Like you said earlier in your comment, like you mentioned earlier, he told Chris Rock several times to stop talking about his wife. Mm-hmm. It is, and he did it. And if y'all, the people in the comments, and I know a lot of people in the comments like them so Will and Jada, I do too. And there's some in the comments like he should have never did it. He was wrong for that. I'm gonna say everybody in those comments, I'm pretty sure They done had themselves on Facebook, slapping somebody, fighting somebody, probably shooting somebody. Everybody put their business out there. It's just not Will and Jada. It's a lot of celebrities that put their business out there like that. Even regular people put their business on Facebook all the time. All the time.
Yeah, but you
We
know
so
what?
impressed as black
I
people.
know you talking about Jada, and you know, it's not Jada's fault. But you know, if Jada would have did something, they would have called her manly for doing it. They would say, look at her try to control that man. Damn, Will Smith can't even stand up because there go Jada grabbing his ass, sitting him down. Damn.
Yes, exactly. You are so right about that. You are
TD Jakes
so
just
right
called
about
black
you.
women men.
Yes, exactly, but I don't understand. You know, I've seen that as well too. I've seen that as well too. I didn't. This excuse my language, but this shit is getting out of hand. Especially with us as the black community, we need to really all get together. Because I know I do. I try to go out there in the community and things like that. But we all need to get together and do, you know, and just help one another out. We always bashing each other, but we don't never bash. You know, we don't never. If that had been Gary Owen from Cincinnati, when it went up there and slapped a black man, I don't know. It could have been. It could have went a different way. Oh, you know what I'm saying? They'll hash it out. They'll hash it out later. They'll be mad at each other, but they'll be friends. But why is everybody so much on Jada and Will? I don't understand that. As black people, everybody, the black community they was for O.J. Simpson when he got off that trial. Am I right?
Well, I think a lot of people never really care for the goody two shoes. No way. You know, the teacher pet. Do people really like the teacher's pet? Do the whole classroom really likes the fucking teacher pet? I don't think so.
Exactly.
But they're not going to say anything against the teacher pet because that person is in the teacher's favor, so they know not to go against. But once the gate is down, let's see what's going to happen. They don't give a fuck about them for real. You see how they, the whole black comedian men, they trash Will Smith, and they even talked about Jada worse.
Yeah, they did.
And what celebrities stood up for
the
Will
thing.
Smith? Ain't none of these celebrities stood up for Will Smith or was standing out or had his back.
No, and you're right about that. And let me tell you, that the guy who you talked about earlier, I don't too much care for him. His name is Corey Holcomb, right? Is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah.
Corey Holcomb. His mouth is so bad. And you're right. But guess what? Some white comedians, they was for Will. They were, say, hey, they were for Will, right? And some white ones, they weren't. But the black comedians, oh, he was wrong for that. He was, that had to be me on stage. I would have hit Will back. I would have did this, shoulda, coulda, woulda. It didn't happen to you. So it happened to someone else. But Chris Rock has always talked about black women. I don't like Chris Rock, but I also watch things and I write down a lot of things and what they say in their stand-up comedy shows. He talks about black women to the white audience. He left his black wife. He cheated on his wife. Cheated. And I'm pretty sure she was probably sitting there back like, thank you, Jesus. That was something I always wanted to do, was smack the shit out of him.
But don't they all do that?
Never know what he did.
All the black comedians, or a lot of them, they have a lot of white fan base, and they get on stage and they call each other niggas, and they act real ignorant, and they play off the ignorant and the mockery of black people in front of white people, and they laugh at it and they buy it. That's just what I see.
They do. Yep, you absolutely, Miss Gigi. You're absolutely right. But yeah, that's some crazy stuff. His apology was sincere to me. He had to do it, and his book is very deep. And I'm just getting tired of people going at Jada. Why y'all going at Jada? People speculating. As black people, we all speculate.
Like Jada.
Yeah,
it's personal. They've been going after Jada before this situation. They don't like Jada. And another
what have
thing.
Jada did to them?
Okay, well, why they don't like Jada? They don't like her because she got a mouth. and she talked too damn much. That's what they say. And then how you talk about that black man and y'all put y'all business out there, that don't make Will Smith look good. You know, you shut the hell up. They want to put that black woman in her place. Shut up.
Yes.
Just shut up.
Yep.
And by you doing this, I can't stand that shit. Just shut the hell up.
Right. Exactly. Just like I hate to say this person's name, Kevin Samuels, with his that's all I'm gonna say. them Kevin Samuels people. But the thing is, and just like TD Jakes, I didn't like what he said about how black women becoming no. Okay, well, we want to talk about black women. Let's talk about the black men. A lot of black men that's on the down low and becoming females.
Well,
I'm not
think
against
Will Smith.
LGBT
I mean,
community.
TD Jakes has a son. I think that he's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, but I will say this.
I think he is too.
I don't know. I don't even know him. I just heard a rumor report. But I will say this. That Jada, I think she did the most feminine thing that she could ever do, was just sit there and allow her man to do her. I know back in the day, back in the 1400s, when a powerful man does something, his wife don't question him, don't look at him, don't hold his hand, or she would get slapped the hell out. You know, it was a sign of disrespect when a woman touches her man to try to control him anyway. Back in the day, in a feminine position, women were pretty much, you sit there, you look pretty, you don't have no damn emotion. You're not to cry, you're not to complain. You're supposed to look there and just be a picture. That's it. And have them babies and have sons.
Right.
But ain't no talk. When a man stands up, even if your man is disrespectful, you don't dare tell him what to do or look at him a certain way. You don't do that to no man. You get in your feminine position, shut the hell up, and just sit there.
And she, and she was.
And that's how they were back in the day.
And Jada was in her position. She let him handle whatever. And like you said, if she had got up and handled the situation, they were like, oh, she's masculine. Oh, she needs to shut up and sit down. And I heard Ricky Smiley say, we don't want to hear Jada talk or apologize. Did you hear what Jada said? We wanted Will Smith to say, you know what, Will, let me tell you what a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people know this, and I'm pretty sure you know this. Will and Jada are very close to each other. They tell each other everything. People don't know that. I don't know. But these young folks, you know, it's good to have your own opinions about things, but they're very close. And they talk about that. They tell each other everything.
Yeah, I get that. I see that. But I think people look at them and they reflect on their own relationship. And a lot of people are not close to their husbands or girlfriends or boyfriends. And they keep a lot of secrets from their spouse. So they're just looking at it in their perspective and not realizing that Will Smith and Jada, they talk about almost everything. They don't have much secrets. But when you look into the average home, they have a lot of secrets. They have a lot of scandals. So when Will Smith and Jada, they're together and y'all so damn open, y'all tell it, that could never work over here. If my nigga knew what the fuck I was doing, I'd get kicked out. He would hate me. And you sit your black ass up there and y'all sitting up here talking all that shit, that could never happen. That's some fairy tale shit. I don't want to hear about no therapy or let's get it all out. I want my shit to stay how it is. It's all right over here.
And exactly. And we know what makes it so bad. The red table talk. I love the red table talk. The red table talk. I mean, she has some of everybody on there. But they're talking about I hate the red table talk. She don't need to be on there. Blah 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 blah. And she's just telling too much. Well, you know what? If it was Jennifer Hudson on the red table talk, or the black community would be like, oh, yeah, this is good, Jennifer. Yeah, she got this person on there and this person on there. Yeah, she's telling her stuff. Well, this is juicy. See, that should be, I don't know. This shit is crazy, how we think as black people.
Yeah, I'm sorry to know.
Excuse my language.
They don't want to. They don't want. And I don't think a lot of people in marriages, they don't want to know the whole truth about their husband. They don't want to know their husband is really having sex with her little sister behind closed doors. You didn't know your husband was sleeping with your first cousin, huh? Yeah, so you ain't ready for that damn truth, okay? So people, they don't want to do that. So Will Smith and Jada, y'all being so damn open and trying to do therapy and want everybody to be so open and transparent. We say let's be honest and truthful, but we really don't mean it. That's just shit people say. Just like when people say, how your day doing? They don't really want to know how your fucking day doing. It's just something people say. Okay?
Yep.
But
you're right about that.
I appreciate you, boo. We're going to let you go. All right. Hey, how y'all doing? I enjoyed y'all on this live. I'm going to have to come live more often. You right, DG Denny. You right, Denny. I'm going to call it Denny. Shit. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get on out of here. I love you guys. I appreciate talking to everybody. I appreciate everybody in the comment section, everybody listening. Please like that video. Please subscribe. And I will be coming on more often. This month has been very challenging for me. I have to learn a lot of truth this damn month. You know, July, my granny done left this motherfucking planet. And I'm still not over it. I'm still not happy about it. And I'm still learning life. I'm still understanding what death is and all this other stuff, you know. So please be patient with me because I'm going through a lot right now, okay? But I love y'all, and I'll see y'all on another video.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.